Welcome to Journey Church. I invite you to consider these words from the poet Ibn Arabi. In my knowing, I create him. He praises me, and I praise him. He worships me, and I worship him. How can he be independent when I help and assist him? In my knowing him, I create him. Parker Palmer wrote a book called The Active Life, and he looks at this conundrum of being active and trying to be contemplative at the same time. He writes, contemplation and action are integrated at the root, and the root is in our ceaseless drive to be fully alive. To be fully alive is to act. The capacity to act is the most obvious difference between the quick and the dead, but action is more than movement. It is movement that involves expression, discovery, reformation of ourselves and our world. I understand action to be any way that we can co-create reality with other beings and with the Spirit. Through action we both express and learn something of who we are, of the kind of world we have or want. Action, like a sacrament, is the visible form of an invisible spirit, an outward manifestation of an inward power. But as we act, we not only express what is in us and help give shape to the world, we also receive what is outside us and we reshape our inner selves. When we act, the world acts back, and we and the world are co-created. To be fully alive is to contemplate. By contemplation, I do not mean the practice of a particular technique like sitting in the lotus position and chanting a mantra. In fact, the obsession with contemplative technique seems to me to reflect the hubris of technology more than the humility of the spirit. I understand contemplation to be any way that we can unveil the illusions that masquerade as reality and reveal the reality behind the masks. One of the great threats to full aliveness is the sleight of hand practiced by our egos and our culture to keep us from seeing things as they are. Contemplation happens any time that we catch the magician deceiving us and we get a glimpse of the truth behind the trick. Whether it is a happy truth or a hard one, that truth will always quicken our lives. With these definitions, it is easy to see that contemplation and action are not apart from each other, but are parts of each other. Whenever we act in a way that penetrates illusion and brings us closer to reality, that action is contemplative. Rightly understood, contemplation and action are standard features of ordinary, everyday life. Our contemplative action may be raising a child, making things with wood, delivering mail, managing a company, operating a computer, volunteering to feed the hungry, writing a book. Our active contemplation may involve staring out a window, reading a book, thinking long and hard, grieving a painful loss. Whatever our action, it can express and help shape our souls and our world. Whatever our contemplation, it can help us see the reality behind the veils. Contemplation and action are not high skills or specialties for the virtuoso few. They are the warp and weft of human life, the interwoven threads that form the fabric of who we are and who we are becoming. As you sit and meditate, or walk and meditate, or run and meditate, or ride a bike and meditate, consider how your actions and your contemplation are interwoven. What's God saying to you today? Just a thought.